stream started before I do all that?
Here, bother her.
Okay, and then this, and... and then...
Okay.
Control C, we go to here, to here, go to here. Paste, do this. Go to Twitter. And paste, post. Oh. Post. Did it do? Okay, yes, it do. Close this. Go back. Oh, sorry. Goodness gracious. Okay. I believe I'm all set up and ready if you guys are. Do you still need to do things? Did you get your mic fixed?
Yeah.
Oh no. I have this. I had myself unmuted. I hate that. Where's the stress emoji? Is anybody missing inspiration?
I
Was
have
that-
inspiration.
Was that Vok back there?
Sana has no inspiration.
Okay. Well, I heard Vok first, so I'll start with Vok. There's an inspire for you. And then next we will do Sana once the timer reset.
No worries.
Okay. Oh, we need to... Also need to breed the dragon always. Okay. I am ready, Fred, if you are ready, Fred.
I am ready.
All the Freds are ready? Are you back from getting your dinner? Okay. Welcome, Fae Fiends and Far Travelers. I'm here with my fiendish freelancers for session 17 of our Imbalance in the Blood War campaign. Thanks for joining us as we dive through the 9 layers of hell. And now to start off with a little bit of a recap. Last session, we lied, bribed, and convinced the 2 now unnamed, thanks to Sana and Vok, Ice Devils, to allow us to move freely through the palace. After taking a breather in the throne room, we ventured down the stairway behind the throne. There we found Mephistopheles' work dating back before his icy imprisonment. Some sort of mad science working towards creating a Fae-Fiend hybrid seemingly to no avail. Tyrion used his flesh boots to kick at the black sludge, seemingly feeding off of the leak in the Hellfire vat, before Arena fell into a trance and had a conversation with it and allowed it to feed on her. We also found some neat trinkets in a locked chest that alluded to some sort of dealings between Mephistopheles and the Fae long ago, as well as some strange inter-Fae court dynamics. Embracing our inner Fae fiend energy, we were able to navigate some legal loopholes that allowed Tyrion to relinquish ownership of a strange ring to Vok. And then finally, as Arena was identifying what we found, she saw a reflection in the mirror of betrayals as Sana snuck up behind her with a glinting dagger and began to carve out her kidney. And that is where we left off. You've drained this room for all that it's worth. Where are we off to next?
I did what?
Is
Sana actually stepping up behind Arena to stab her?
Oh, no. It was a vision from the mirror.
Gotcha, okay.
For context, the mirror is called the Mirror of Betrayals, and when you look in it, it can show a potential betrayal, though the item only identifies as illusion and not divination, so I don't know if I trust it at all. It seems like an elaborate prank.
Sana, you want to roll me a deception check? Privately?
Once I figure out how to do that.
You click on the little guy that looks like a Night Watch bad guy, and then do your roll.
Got you.
Also, Amaltheon, we do not have shared chat enabled.
We don't? How do we fix that?
Go to the stream chat for our shared stream and just enable it.
Oh, start sharing chat.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay. I didn't realize. I didn't know there was another step. Or I
That's
forgot
okay.
that there was another step.
That's okay. I just wanted to make sure it got done.
Yeah, I wouldn't take your kidneys.
I feel like if you took anything, Sana, you'd take my flesh and skin. I don't usually see you take deeper things than that.
Yeah. You got a couple interesting bits and pieces I'd probably take.
But
Your tongue. That's one.
oh, I mean, I don't know what my tongue would serve you, but yeah. I guess like I don't know if Arena would believe the mirror, but I don't know if Arena would even bother rolling insight. So it'd be just a passive 15.
Beautiful.
That matters at all.
No, it doesn't. You're all good. So what are we up to now?
So I say we go upstairs and continue investigating then.
Might as well turn this place upside down while we're here.
I cast Wish and turn the entire castle upside down.
Oh.
Just the whole thing, just
can't
up,
cast
turn, down.
You
That'll be-
can't do that.
No, but I can wish it.
Ah,
You might call it wishful thinking.
Beautiful. Do you want to go ahead and make me an investigation check as you wander through the upper floors of this palace?
sure.
Oh. Didn't mean to close that.
Intelligence checks are not my forte. I'm more than willing to give you advantage.
Yeah, like, 25, roll again. Oh, shit, look at that.
30. Gorgeous.
Hey,
Beautiful. With a 30, you wander. How long do you spend looking through various rooms of this palace? Because given the size of it, you could likely spend about a week if you're thoroughly combing through every room. Or are you taking like an hour to check out the hot spots, places that are typically in a palace that would be of interest?
I mean, we've already got his personal chambers, right?
Oh, his lab. You don't
Well,
know
yeah,
about his
yeah,
personal
his
chambers.
lab.
Right.
I'm gonna
But
steal his
we
own-
got his. Yeah.
I would say that we take a more focused approach, but I'd be using Clue to identify like areas where it seems like only like one person goes, or like one or two people go. Like if someone was like a specific servant to Mephistopheles and was doing things for him, versus just like the generic guard patrols.
Gorgeous. With a 30 and a 21 from Vok, you guys take some time going through the what seem to be the more private or secretive areas, or attempt to anyway, and find that there are not really any places that anybody has gone other than guard patrols. As you start to go through rooms, they are covered in dust, look like they have been out of use for a very, very long time. You do end up stumbling into like the hive barracks for these ice devils, and meet a bunch of nameless ice devils that are kind of like, hey, how's it going? How did you do? But there is, aside from them, nobody has been in the palace, and of course, aside from Mephistopheles, who has been imprisoned for millennia. So, you make your way to his like what would be his private bedroom, like the master bedroom, if you will, of a palace, and
his
it
bedroom
is.
before he was a naughty boy.
Yes, it's pretty bare. Like his bed is nicely made, covered in a lot of icy like frost dust. There's a wardrobe full of very beautiful clothing, but not much else. You can make your way to his study, which has been mostly untouched for a while. You find a lot of books on hellish litigation, fiendish law, devilish spellcraft, but nothing terribly interesting, except inside of his study there is a false bookcase that leads back to a room where he has file cabinet upon file cabinet upon file cabinet of millions of contracts.
Mm-hmm. Can Arena try to figure out how he has the contracts organized?
What is the most streamlined? Probably alphabetical.
It's a boring organizational structure for Mephistopheles, but okay.
You're right. I am not a good organizer. It's alphabetical by last name, then after that, like by type of contract.
I was wondering if he had something super weirdly pretentious, like by category of reward and then name or anything like that.
Yes, probably. That would make a lot more sense. I am just not good at devilish organization. I'm barely good at human organization. It's probably actually... No, he is so vain. It is probably by the most attractive contract signer. Who he finds hottest, that's how he organizes.
Meanwhile, you got Vok and Arena being like, I don't know why he placed them at an 8. This person's a 6 at best.
Orena is going to
Harshly
see
judge Mephistopheles' taste.
I mean, when we go back through his bedroom, I'm gonna rate his wardrobe to see what kind of what kind of perfume choices he makes. Is he like something that like picks good smells, or is he an Axe body spray kind of guy?
Oh boy, I don't have a sense of smell in real life, so I'm gonna struggle through this. We'll
Finally,
generalize and
someone
say
to share my pain.
you can't smell either
No, I haven't.
for like your whole life.
I haven't smelled anything weaker than a shampoo store in like 10 years.
That is insane. Nobody gets it except I have never had a sense of smell. So my own mother, my very own mother who gave birth to me and has known me my entire life as not having a sense of smell, still 30 years later asks me to smell candles all the time, and I'm like, what do you want me to do with this? Like, I'll put it near my nose and breathe, but I can't help you here. I cannot contribute to this conversation. It's ridiculous.
God,
but yeah, so I have little to no concept of smell, but we're gonna go with Mephistopheles has a variety of every high-end kind of perfume or cologne. So he's got some that are like more feminine, flowery, like soft smells, some that are like more sandalwoody and musky, some that are more like a little bit of a fruity, but they're all very high-end luxury and most untouched.
So he just keeps using the Axe body spray, and there's a pile of empty spray cans somewhere. In the contract room, Orena is broken between two lines of potential investigation. One is to see the kind of people he would consider ugly and try to find ways he screwed them over to build ammo against Mephistopheles and friends in other places. Or potentially seeing if anyone involved in Lady Glacia's employ could potentially have made a contract with him.
Ooh, gorgeous.
Now,
I'm probably going to go for the latter, despite how funny the first one is.
I'll give you both.
Here's the
You
thing,
rolled a
there's two of
30.
us. There's
This is
two
true.
of us.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, so
Vaughn
we
can
got
check
a 30 and a 21.
the uglies and see how he screwed them over. Orena can check the pretties and see if any of them work for Lady Glacia.
This is true.
Okay.
Sana is going through his underwear drawer.
Beautiful. He wears almost exclusively thongs.
I knew
I
it!
figured.
And we're not talking like the bare bones, like nude, no, like we're talking like lace and bright colors, leopard print, like very gaudy underwear.
Okay, I have an important question. I need an answer on this. Is his leopard print thong made from leopard fur?
Yes.
Disgusting.
Nice.
I love it.
1000%.
Nice.
But it does
That's
have
one
like
in the
nice
bag.
silk lining on the inside, so it's not like, you know how when you have a hide and like the not fur side of the hide is kind of like I don't know how to explain this texture and crunchy.
Dry and fleshy.
Yeah, well, it's not really like fleshy, but it's like I don't know, like
It's
would
that
not
tanned
be,
texture.
yeah, would not be soft and comfortable on your genitals. So it's got like a nice silk lining on the inside.
Okay.
Cool. And as far as how he rates attractiveness, you notice that there is absolutely a theme here. It would appear that intelligence tends to rank people higher, so a lot of his like ones and twos are maybe not necessarily physically unattractive, but are dumb as hell. So a lot of the contracts are so outlandishly in his favor, it's not even funny. So we're talking, someone sold their whole ass soul for a cinnamon roll from a specific baker, or enough money to pay rent for 40 years of slaughter. Like, things that are just so disproportionate that it's honestly sad.
Seeing this theme amongst the uglies, Vok is going to shift his investigation tactic and search specifically for goblins.
Roll me a flat d20. Is there a particular... Oh, I see what you're getting at.
You smell what I'm cooking.
I do. 18. Gorgeous. You don't find any significant goblins, no high-ranking members of the goblin court. But what you do find is someone tangentially related. The Goblin King has a daughter. Her name is Bambi. She has a boyfriend that her father greatly disapproves of, named Duke. And he has signed a contract with Mephistopheles in exchange for his firstborn child. He gets a really sick surfboard.
Vok is immediately using the fantasy fax machine to send that to the lady.
Gorgeous.
The Lady of the Moonless Hut. Just immediately, right away. The moment Vok sees who this is, Vok barely skims the rest of it and just faxes it right away before relaying it back to Arena and Sana.
Gorgeous.
Wow, that's some real like golden retriever vibes right there, man.
No, golden retrievers are a bit more loyal than this one. This one's just real stupid.
Fair.
Oh, you're missing vital content. Duke is a recurring NPC in a lot of my games who is a literal golden retriever on a surfboard.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a bipedal golden retriever on a surfboard.
And he's super hot. And then Arena, we're gonna carry your 30. You were looking for something. People in that are working with Lady Glacia or would be considered under Lady Glacia's servitude who have made a deal with Mephistopheles.
And that is why Sana is helping.
Within these contracts, you are digging through and get to the point where it's like, I have vaguely browsed 3,000 contracts trying to find any sort of because this system is not
Not good.
conducive to finding a specific person of a specific nature. But you do, when you get to about 3,000 and you're like, I think I'm done here. I don't, this is a whole lot of nothing that I'm finding. And then you pick up one last contract. And you see it is a little bit closer to the middle of his organizational system, probably around a 6. And you see a familiar name written
starts
here.
slowly reaching into his bag.
You see a contract with one of the Irenaeus twins, Nixus, who has sold away information, an inside source, to Lady Glacia's doings and dealings in exchange to be slightly more attractive than her twin.
That is peak petty sibling behavior, and I totally get it.
So she's just been ratting out Lady Glacia's plans to Mephistopheles.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Sana, come take a look at this one.
Yeah. Can I put that in the envelope?
I mean, would it teleport the contract if they're magical?
It would not.
Okay.
You would have to transpose it, which I can do for you if you'd like.
Please do.
Yeah, Orena will pull out her quill and transpose the contract and hand it to Sana.
Despite
that
the
goes-
fact that this contract is 500 pages long, you get it done in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, because I could just be like, oh yeah, like spells that usually take an hour per spell level, I could scribe in like 2 minutes per spell level.
Yes.
Yeah. Sana is gonna take a very small piece of paper and write "incoming" and then like 5 exclamation marks and stuff that in the envelope. Wait about 10 seconds, and then just start stuffing pages in the envelope.
Oh, I love that you did that. As you go to put the contract in the envelope, you see that the original didn't send.
Oh, balls! I'll let this send it when we get out of here. Wait, didn't this happen when we were in Avernus too?
Well, we've
You
sent stuff since
up
we've
with
been
a-
here.
Mm-hmm. You ended up with a backlog in Avernus that all sent once you hit the ethereal plane. And you have sent things, you have sent letters and notes since arriving here.
Okay. I will step out of the room we are currently in and see if it'll send once I'm outside. Like maybe just this room is warded or something.
If you step outside and take a look, no, it didn't send.
Well, this is a little worrying.
So, as Orena was going through these 3,000 contracts and learning the upper bounds of the system down to 6, I
think you took a handful from each section, and that's how you were working through them.
Yeah. Now that I somewhat more understand the sapiosexuality of Mephistopheles, Orena would take a brief moment to think back to some of the nobles that she had shared time in the order with, who she thinks might have sided with and done work for devils as well, specifically Mephistopheles, and see if she can spot any of her see if she can remember spotting any of her classmates in here.
Ooh, absolutely love that. Roll me a flat d20. You guys are coming up with all sorts of stuff I didn't plan for.
Oh,
I
only
mean,
a 12.
we're TTRPG players. The moment you give us a system, we're gonna use it.
That's super duper valid. I need to look up a name really quickly.
Also, did we have our portents today?
Yes,
Does
the
anybody
chat
remember
has
what-
been deleted though. I'm so sorry. I hope you guys wrote them down somewhere. If not, you can roll them again.
I know I've
Okay,
used one of
hold on.
mine.
Sticky
How many
notes.
portents do we get? 3?
3, yeah.
No,
Well-
just 2.
Oh, 2.
Is it 2? Okay.
Oh, 9 and 1.
Where? Oh, that's too far.
Oh, I apparently rolled a 20, so we'll keep that in my back pocket.
Ooh, gorgeous.
You got a nat 20. I got a nat 1.
Where is? Okay. Twins. Orena, where are you? Orena.
Mhm.
I had to find my list or my information because I need a name pulled directly from it. Okay.
I think it's the
so
name that
with-
I probably don't remember that I wrote because I named it randomly.
With a 12, you see like probably 2 or 3 of your peers that have signed contracts, unending arcane knowledge for an eternity in hell, essentially, is really the gist of that. But the one that particularly sticks out to you
You could just
Is-
get immortality for like a few gold. You don't need to do an eternity in hell. Immortality is an easier way to get infinite arcane knowledge.
That's very funny that you say that. The one that sticks out to you is not a peer, but is in fact someone that, a bit of a mentor. Hazrin, the person who sent you to work with Lady Glacia in the first place, has a contract with Mephistopheles dated roughly 500 years ago in exchange for immortality. She would give any number of her mentees over to Mephistopheles as he wishes.
Interesting. Orena, might I...
Orena tries to hide her facial reaction when reading this. I'm gonna roll a deception check and see how I do. A 24.
Gorgeous. You want to insight that, anybody?
Yeah.
Sure.
Because Orena's not very stealthy and would try to pocket this contract, yeah. The sleight of hand check is a 10, so Orena will try to pocket this contract. So if someone wants to roll that against that deception.
There is an inspiration for you as well, Sana.
I'm just realizing that I was still rolling just to you.
Oh, that's okay. Beautiful. So it looks like neither of you clock the facial expression, but with passive perception would notice Orena sliding one of these contracts into her pocket.
Vok will note to ask later.
What are you concentrating on?
What's that?
That's a great question.
Oh, guidance.
Oh. It also says temporary and expired, so
You can get rid of
just
this.
get rid of that.
Well, I feel like we've gathered a bunch of information for Lady Glacia at this point. I don't know much what else we are going to accomplish here.
What are we thinking for next steps?
Well, we came here to find out if Belle was here. Belle is very obviously not here.
I never was here.
Yeah.
Vok? Did Vok hear was Vok informed that the letter didn't send in any way?
Yeah, I mean, Sana would have said it out loud.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been pretty, if not vocal, obvious when he left the room to go try again.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. When I put the first note in that says incoming, after opening it again to start putting other stuff in and seeing that's still there, Sana would have been like, "Ah, shit! Fuck!
Then,
Hold on!" And then ran out the door, and then come running back in a couple minutes later.
Okay.
No letters.
And also, I know it has been a hot minute, so I would like to throw in another thing that may have been forgotten now that you spoke about checking on Belle. Arena tried to send a message to Lady Glacia, tried to do sending, and received the... Oh, what is it?
Oh, right. Y'all
Busy
got a
tone.
busy tone when I wasn't here.
Yes. It wasn't a busy tone. It was, oh, shit.
Purposefully ignored.
I thought I was getting ghosted. Unless it was like a magical blocking. Like it was jammed.
Oh,
I don't have Sunday.
this,
Day.
it was like this person is unavailable.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Kind of, yeah. I went with the, what you get on Messenger was what I read out loud, but yeah, essentially. He did not answer.
Wait, is this... Did Myth stop?
We had Fairy Toast up, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll try casting Ascending.
Okay, what do you say? You have 25 words.
Sorry, counting in my head. What was the Aranias who had the contract? What was her name?
Nixus.
Okay. My lady, we have visited Mephistopheles' former prison. Belle is not here. Found a contract for... I'm sorry, what was the name?
Nixus.
Nixus. To sell you out. I think that's 21.
In response, you get doo-doo-doo. Your call could not be completed as dialed. Please hang up and try this number again.
I cast message to Orena. Does it go through?
Oh, for sure.
So it's only spells leaving.
Oh, no. Because if you recall, you've sent ascending to your lady since
Oh,
you've
that's
been
right.
here.
So it's specifically spells going to Lady Glacia.
So... But my spell's still cast, right? Like, my spells are still there?
You have used the spell slot. Yes.
Okay. Well, at least we know she's not dead. Because I still have access to my magic.
But at least there's that.
At the very least, I would assume if she would die, if she died, I would lose my magic. Is that how that works?
Are you
Generally.
a warlock or a cleric?
Cleric.
Then I believe you would lose your magic if she died.
Okay.
Should we be concerned that, Lady Glacia is unavailable in such a way?
Oh, probably.
I checked
Um,
lore. My facts went through, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm concerned. We might
Question:
need to get out of here.
as we have been going through Mephistopheles' personal chambers, have I seen anything that would be nice enough to serve as a scrying component throughout his chambers?
I got this gorgeous leopard print song.
Donna,
He's definitely worn it.
Are
I
you
don't doubt that.
looking for like a thing to make scrying easier or like a scrying orb?
I'm wondering if he has something like a scrying orb or a scrying mirror, like
Oh, absolutely.
somewhere through here. Like, even if it's not like, because like I know some spellcasters, they're like, oh, it's annoying to prepare scrying and like have that tied up in the head. They might have an item commission that they cast it through.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if he has a
absolutely has a
scrying
mirror
tool.
mirror on the wall. For sure.
There's that giant
He is
mirror there.
definitely
It's
a
it's a
who's the
full
fairest of
size.
them all
It's a
aspect.
full body mirror.
Yes, exactly.
Oh
It's
yeah.
the closet. He
For
has a
sure.
closet door mirror.
Specific-
He only
specific-
ever opens one side of the closet. The other
Oh
side.
no, actually, I gotta the on his bed, the ceiling above it is all
Oh my
mirror,
god!
and
That's
that
even
will
better.
suffice as a scrying mirror. Yes.
Is his bed on a slightly raised platform that slowly
Yeah.
spins?
Yes, with
But
like
it's-
the canopy bullshit around it. Absolutely.
But is the mirror only the component, or is it actually enchanted to scry?
Enchanted to scry.
Enchanted to scry. Okay, which means that maybe with an Arcana check, I can use it. Which means I'm gonna have to lay in Mephistopheles' bed. Probably use it.
Yes. I suppose you could sit and just look up. It just might hurt your neck a little.
I mean, Ren would be slightly curious of how comfy the Lord's bed is, anyways. So, I'm assuming she probably found this through a combination of ritual casting detect magic. So, is the bed magical?
The bed is not magical, no, but it is a
Okay.
water bed.
Of course. Everyone will see Arena kind of lay in Mephistopheles' bed, look up at the mirror on the ceiling, and she will try to activate the magic item to scry on Lady Glacia.
Beautiful. Roll me, because you do not have high enough spells. Yes?
Correct.
This is
But if
not
it's
a
a ma-
thing.
But if it's a
Oh, but
magic
you can
item, it doesn't
activate a
matter.
magic item for,
Yes.
and it doesn't matter. Perfect.
Spec-
Yeah, absolutely. You can do that. Let me look up scrying really quick, just for to be safe.
Sana, do you have anything that's like a gift of yours from Lady Glacia that I could use to help check on her?
I mean, yeah. He pulls off his holy symbol, his necklace.
Beautiful. I mean, frankly, Sana himself is.
Yeah,
A
me,
press
honestly, like, just. Yes, Sana will just sigh, walk over, and, like, hold her in his hand.
Okay. On the same plane of existence as you. Which the hells are all the. Despite being separate, all the layers are still the same plane. I
There's a
believe.
singular planar onion. Yes.
Yes. And then we have firsthand met the target. I don't know that we have known her well. Sana has known her well, though. So I think we can, by proxy, we can use Sana to do this. You don't have her picture or likeness. Well, a holy symbol, I would say, is her likeness.
If you want me to cast it, we can do this. Garment or other possession, that's just Sana.
If any part of Sana was made from bits of her hair,
I was just thinking there's no way in hell that Sana, as a brand new little baby toy, did not take a little piece of her body. That's
Oh, yeah.
probably the
I'm
first
sure-
that she's ever had.
Yeah, I'm
that's
sure
probably
somewhere
where the
deep.
flesh stealing began.
Yeah, I'm sure somewhere deep in my collection is like a little piece of glacia that never comes out. Like it's
It's the hair from the hairbrush.
So
Sure,
we
yeah.
will go with a full minus 15 on this save. And this is going to be against Mephistopheles' spell save, because he is the one who made the mirror. Oh no, and I didn't transport either of them over. Of course not. Why would I? I have to go to roll 20. My apologies. I go, we're not interacting with those guys anymore. I don't need to put their character sheets in here. Goofy ass.
Surprise.
The grand question is there happens to be a 1 in someone's portent list.
Ooh, that is correct. There is.
there's a 2 in mine.
But I believe,
I
Portent,
think
you
we're-
have to see the person making the save, yes?
Let's check. You can
So
replace any
our-
attack roll, saving throw, or ability check made by you or a creature that you can see.
Okay, we can't see the creatures though.
So we cannot see, but
We cannot
Meph-
hack its portent.
Mephistopheles' spellcasting modifier is...
Probably stupid.
Yeah, for sure. He has a 30 to his intelligence.
Ah!
So...
Well, specifically, it's a wisdom saving throw. So,
Oh, yes, but for his, DC is based on his spellcasting. And his spellcasting, he uses intelligence as his
Ah.
main stat. So that is 10 plus 8 plus proficiency. What's your proficiency bonus?
Oh, I get what's happening because Lady Glacia has to roll a save against Mephistopheles.
Yes. Oh, his proficiency bonus is 8. So her DC is 26.
Okay, with a minus 15.
Yes, with a minus 15. And this is wisdom. She gets a plus 16. So here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to do it
She gets a +1.
in front of the board. A d20 plus 1.
So she has to roll a natural 20.
But she does have...
legendary.
Right.
Maybe. You don't know what kind of a situation she's in.
She's a great archdevil, child of Asmodeus himself. Probably has legendary resistances.
Unless she's used them all today.
If she's
She has magic
actively,
resistance. That's what I was looking
Oh, okay.
for. So she gets advantage on
if
this.
she's actively under attack, she might have used all her legendary actions.
Where is my advantage? Advantage.
Alternatively, she might have disadvantage if she's just taking a nap in a bathtub.
Plus 1. Did that do it? No, I think that added it together instead of rolling it at advantage, which is fine. 13 plus 1 is only a 14. Okay. With a 14, she does not use a legendary resistance, and you see her in Nissus in her father's private study, being
As soon as we see that,
absolutely-
and as soon as we see where it Asmodeus' private study, Sana wants to cut the spell. He knows better. Asmodeus can see that shit.
What do we see though?
You see him absolutely berating her.
Yeah.
You see Glacia on her hands and knees in front of him, bloody and beaten. And then it cuts out before you can hear or see any more.
Mhm.
Yeah, Sana knows
So-
better. Devils can see those fucking things. They know when they're being watched. Especially Asmodeus. No.
Well, thankfully, it was done by a mirror made by Mephistopheles.
Fair.
So hopefully that clouds things a bit.
Ooh, actually, roll me a perception check. Because there is... I know that you are only looking for, like, half of a second before you're like, oh, Asmodeus is absolutely going to see us. But there may be something that you see.
Okay.
Only a 12.
Don't forget you have a 20.
I get
I do.
advantage because of my shield thingy.
But I would have had to call that before.
Oh.
I thought portent was after the fact.
I thought
was before.
Yeah.
I think a 23 will do it. On a 23, you see off in like one of the darker corners, leaned up against like the corner of a bookshelf, watching this whole infraction happen is Mephistopheles with a shit-eating grin on his face, looking absolutely pleased with himself. And I think he notices the scrying orb, gives it a little wink just as you cut the tie.
Did we hear anything when we first came in?
I think just the berating.
Yeah, nothing of terrible, like, specifics, just more like, you insolent child, how dare you defy like, want.
Gotcha, okay. But no specifics. I have a very quick little snapshot, that's fine. Well, she's alive. Mephistopheles saw that we were scrying. Somehow he is okay. What the fuck?
Devo's playing games. Well, I suppose I'm not one to talk.
I mean, a brief reminder that Sana, at least I was brought here on contract to kind of help disturb the balance in the Blood War, and if Asmodeus is pro-balance of the Blood War, which is the vibes I was getting from your lady,
Oh, no, you've got that backwards.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, we were supposed to fix shit, not fuck shit up.
Yes. You are supposed to balance it at bare minimum. If possible, skew it in favor of the devils.
Okay.
But at least balance it so that the demons are not on top.
But
And Mephistopheles appears to be pro demons be on top.
yes. So the information we have against Mephistopheles would still make Asmodeus mad, based on my understanding of his position in this. But
Yes.
if Asmodeus is also pro the Blood War imbalance, if Nixus leaked the fact that she told us to potentially shift it in the devil's favor and throw it out of balance, that would also make him mad. I'm not sure where Asmodeus stands on whether or not he actually wants to win the Blood War.
I think as Orena is... I assume this is out loud, theorizing.
Yeah.
Sana, I think this pulls your attention back to session 1. When you're thinking, what could she possibly be in trouble for? Because we all know, or well, at least Sana and Tyrion know, Asmodeus is very much pro either balance or devils winning the Blood War. What possibly could have been leaked to Lady Glacia, or about Lady Glacia, to Mephistopheles that he would be able to get her in this much trouble and end up on top in this situation, and your mind is pulled back to a private conversation that you had with your lady during the trial. A secret mission that she had given you.
Oh, balls.
Is that an O balls because you don't remember, or an O
Yeah,
balls because
remind
you know
me.
what it is? You were supposed to find some sort of way for her to unseat Asmodeus and become the Queen of Hell.
Oh, right. But like, I haven't said anything to anybody about that. Oh,
Vok
wait a
knows
second.
about that, but through a different means.
Wait a second. Contract. Was Aramis
Contract
in the
next-
room when we had that conversation? No. Because it was just the two of us.
Right. When she had that conversation with you. But you know, aside from you, her next closest confidants are the Irenaeus twins.
Right, so she told me it's very possible she could have said something to them.
Or, you know, they have access to her private chambers.
Right.
She could have written something down. She could have said something. They could have. You do know that they imposed themselves as overwatching the physical trial. They may be able to impose themselves in the loyalty trials as well. It's hard to say. But it's a potential piece of information that could have been leaked. And probably the only thing that you can think of that may lead to Asmodeus siding with Mephistopheles over Lady Glacia.
I don't like that. We
need to make our way back to the bottom level.
have thoughts. I don't know that we need to go all the way back to Nessus. If Lady Glacia is receiving punishment right now, she's going to retreat back to... Why am I blanking on what circle she's from?
Malbog.
Say the Malbolge. Yeah, Malbolge.
Or Malbolge. Sure. Look, Infernal is a hard language to learn.
Fair. Yeah, chances are she'll retreat to the Malbolge. And if we know that one of her two confidants, aside from myself, has betrayed her, we might want to go and make the house ready for her, if you know what I mean. She's going to be a little vulnerable when she gets home. We might need to go... I don't know about save. I'm pretty sure they still couldn't kill her like this.
Do you think these how strong are the Irenaeus twins? I mean, hopefully we don't have to fight both of them.
I mean, as long as the other one is still loyal, I don't see why we would. If we do, I mean, they're tough, but come on, we've kicked a lot of shit in the dick.
This is very valid. Well, I mean, I think at this point, our next step is to get back to the lady's abode and wait for further orders and to give her this information when she gets there. It's clear that sending it to her directly right now is not going to work.
Yeah. Have we taken everything useful we can get from here?
I don't
I believe
know
we have.
if I mentioned to you, there's one contract here in the Uglies. The Goblin King's daughter's boyfriend made a deal for a surfboard in exchange for his firstborn.
Wow, he sounds like a dick.
He's also stupid.
I mean, you kind of have to be to put your firstborn for a surfboard? What? I mean, unless him and his girlfriend can't have kids?
While they're
Does he get the
talking,
surfboard without having to give up his firstborn? Is that how that works?
while they're talking about this surfboard situation, Orena has a bit of an inner thought. And that inner thought is, if Mephistopheles rates these contracts based on intelligence,
Not just intelligence.
but it's heavily weighted towards that.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Yeah, who are his tens?
Orena would think inward to the thing that now cohabitates her body
Mm-hmm.
and thinks, where would Mephistopheles rate this? And would there be some kind of contract with a void entity somewhere in these bookshelves?
Ooh, go ahead and roll me flat intelligence. I think I'm gonna make you do it at disadvantage as well. Oh no.
Oh. Well, disadvantage means that that was an 8.
8.
Talking about
Rough.
this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think with an 8, God, it is really hard to say. I think you're like, I've looked through so many contracts. I don't even know what this thing is called. I don't even know what I would be looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
There's
even know
not
if this thing can have a contract.
There's not a moment of clarity or some
Mm-mm.
weird loophole that pops into Rena's head. She is burnt out.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the deal with the dog and the surfboard,
Mm-hmm.
Vok is going to check around the 3s and 4s, trying to find any deal with any fairy from the Goblin, Spring, Summer, or Sealy courts, where that fairy may have pretended to be dumber than they are in order to trick Mephistopheles.
Absolutely love that. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check. And I will let you do so at advantage because of the amount of time you have spent looking through these things. With an 18, you do find a contract. It is utterly and entirely blank, aside from 2 names signed at the bottom, one being Mephistopheles, and the other being, where did I should have left my little thingies here. Toot. Where are her name? Hello, thank you. Oh goodness, Fae names are just as hard as infernal ones. Queen Ithralis Oravel, which is the queen of the Summer Court.
And the contract is completely blank.
Completely and utterly blank.
No
Aside
date,
from their 2 names signed at the bottom.
no date, no titles, no leftover punctuation, nothing.
Nothing.
Vok is going to check the surrounding contracts. Have all of these contracts been fully and completely executed?
Oh no. None of the contracts here have been completed.
Vok will immediately send that one to the lady and say, along with like a note on the side that says, this was in a storage area where there were only unexecuted contracts. As well as show this contract to the group.
Beautiful. As you show the contract to the group, it is blank to everybody else as well.
The Fae that Vox saw in the laboratory, were those summer Fae?
Corpses.
The pixies?
Yeah.
It was
or are
all
they
man.
just or are they just like imps? They're not really associated with anyone in particular.
No, they are. So you saw some that were, you saw a couple, like, teacup goblins, very, very tiny little guys, essentially the goblin equivalent of an imp. You saw some spring pixies, some autumn, like, leaf spirits. There's a little bit from everywhere.
Okay.
Some of the, like, crystalline cave dwelling sprites from the Unseelie.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. Ignore me. I was trying to open it.
Okay. Well, Vok's not allowed to steal, so Vok returns the contract to its place.
But you do have a copy of it in
lore.
lore. Beautiful. So, where are we off to next? Or is there any other information you would like to look for in the contracts here?
Is there any Arena had a brief thought of, are there any contracts here with Asmodeus?
Yeah, and Sana wanted to see what his 10s were.
Ah, yes. So, searching for Asmodeus, no. There are no contracts with Asmodeus.
Asmodeus would probably hold the contracts if there was.
Yes, exactly. Mephistopheles 10s are a lot of unfamiliar names, but have a lot of, like, pompous prefixes. One of which is a familiar name that you have seen before, Emeritus Professor Philippus Giljoy Aureolus von Hoheim. I may have missed a name or two in there. Who is someone you took a contract from back in Dis. Or no, you didn't take the contract. You pondered taking the contract.
Gotcha.
But he's up there. But, I suppose you don't have a visual of these people, so I suppose you don't know what he looks like. But yes, they have a lot of, like, pompous sort of, prefixes to their names. Yes. And then there's, like, one or two that are just, like, Mark, insert last name, or, like, a Robert Ross, or, you know, just, pretty normal-ish names. Trying to think of somebody that would be cool and smart. Neil deGrasse Tyson is in there for sure. William Nye.
That's literally who I was gonna ask.
And then who's someone that's just hot and not really smart? Who's the hottest person I can think of?
For some reason, my brain
Ryan
immediately
Reynolds.
went to Chris Angel.
No, but no, Chris Angel definitely has a contract in there, but he's more like a 3.
Vox searches for Ryan Reynolds.
No, Ryan Reynolds is too good, boy.
Good. I just needed to be sure.
He loves his wife too much. His wife is who he has this contract with.
Blake
That's just
Lively's in there
marriage.
though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, his wife is in there though. Yeah.
Yeah, well, she had to get the deal in order to marry the Ryan Reynolds.
Exactly. And then she took that power that she got from the deal to become his warlock patron.
Fair enough. That's canon now. Ryan
Absolutely.
Reynolds is a warlock.
Yes, we did say that this is the hell of all planes.
So is he
Does
a
that mean
celestial
that in
warlock
this-
then, or
Does that mean that this version of the Forgotten Realms has Deadpool?
The movie? Yeah. Oh, we're
That-
not in the Forgotten Realms. We are in hell. Nondescript hell. Hell that intersects all planes of existence.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
Although I suppose in the Forgotten Realms it wouldn't be a movie; it'd be a major image.
Yes. Yes. But Orena probably has never heard of a movie because she is a mortal from a place that does not have movies. Tyrion probably also never heard of a movie. Sana and Lady Glacia watch movies all the time. Vok, you probably watch
I've probably
Earth
seen
movies.
I've probably seen other people watch a movie, but I've never watched one myself.
because it is a pretty heavy lore for the Fae that they are enamored with humans.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Same here
Oh,
for me, but Lady Glacia's
the
favorite
Fae
movie is The
love
Notebook.
humans.
You probably have a pet human and have a TV in their room for them.
It's not plugged in or anything. It's just there.
Yeah, Vok doesn't know it needs to be plugged in. Vok
I don't
has a
have cable
Vok has
in
a
Fae.
pet human and has a Fae that works for him who is responsible for keeping the human alive.
Yes, exactly. The nanny.
Exactly.
Look, I just need you to come over maybe 3 times a day, feed and water it. No, you wouldn't know that a human needs to eat 3 times a day. Just come over like once a week, feed, water my human, or 6 times a day. Every hour. They need
Vok
to
would
eat
probably-
every hour, I heard.
Vok would probably have it be like 6 times a day. Like, I know they need to eat multiple times a day. I don't know how many times a day. So you just need to feed them 6 times a day. That should be enough.
You're actually just maximizing their protein macros by doing that.
Yes.
Also,
Love
you
it.
didn't hear
Love
from
the
me,
lore
but
drop
Lady
that
Glacia's
Vok is a pet
favorite movie-
human.
Yeah, love the lore drop that Vok has a pet human.
Yeah, for sure. Also, you didn't hear it from me, but Lady Glacia's favorite movie is definitely The Notebook.
Oh, for sure. She
Ah,
sobs
what-
every time.
What
The
does the
cheater
notebook
movie?
contain? What does
cheater
the notebook
movie?
contain?
Sadness.
Is it magical sadness?
No, just regular sadness and cancer.
Cancer? Have I never seen the
Oh.
notebook?
Never mind. Never mind. My brain.
No,
started-
you're thinking of a different
my
notebook.
brain.
A different book.
Yeah, my brain started spitting out the plot to The Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
No, the notebook is the movie about the lady who cheats on her husband.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
if you're a bird, I'm a bird. No, that's Forrest Gump. No, that's the notebook. I'm not sure anymore.
If I recall correctly, woman has either boyfriend or fiance, but the family doesn't approve. She, for some reason, has to break up with him and ends up in a relationship with another guy, but then the first guy shows up and she cheats on the second guy with the first guy. And it's framed as like this great romantic thing.
Yes, but
If
I'm
I
gonna have
to look
recall
back
correctly,
and
I could
check.
be totally wrong about that.
no, that sounds right. I don't know that I watched the Notebook since I was a preteen, frankly.
I've never watched it.
I just remember there is some sort of movie that is if you're a bird, I'm a bird too, and I think that might actually be Forrest Gump. But I could be wrong.
It's actually
But
Animorphs.
regardless. Is it? No.
I mean,
Animorphs was traumatizing.
yes, that is from the.
You do
Notebook.
find a copy of Sweet Home Alabama with Reese Witherspoon in Mephistopheles' bedchambers, though.
I looked it up. That quote is from the Notebook.
Oh, okay. I thought so.
Also,
Oh,
brief
yes,
check-in.
go ahead.
The Mephistopheles Hazrin contract. It was for immortality, right?
Hmm?
What was the thing that Hazrin
Hazrin?
got?
Yes, immortality in exchange for sending any amount of mentees directly to him, human sacrifice style.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Just making a note for later. I have plans for a 3rd level spell slot once we get to a safe location.
Gorgeous. Where are we headed to now? We heading back to Malbog, and how are we getting there? Or Malborg? Not
Malbolge.
Malbog. Yeah, Malbolge. Malbog, no. That's Balrog. I don't know. Ignore
Malbog
me.
is the nearby
Yes.
bog where, I don't know.
Where you find
How are
Malak,
we
he's an
getting there?
asshole.
Do we still have a spell slot for our trusty ferryman?
I mean,
I do.
I have a 3rd as well.
Beautiful. So you all make your way back down to the River Styx. Summon
Are we gonna have to do the skill checks to get there?
Oh no, we have traveled the River Styx enough. I believe that we are all set on that.
Well, I
You're
thought
able-
I was more so referring to getting back through Cania.
Oh, you're right.
Unless there is a
teacher,
secret.
we had homework.
Unless there is a river pass through under the palace, which
Ooh.
I would think someone of royal nature would have.
That does make sense, although everything is ice here. But you do find in Mephistopheles' private bathroom, he does have a magically enchanted bathtub to never freeze. And you are able to draw a bath, conjure your ferryman in said bathtub, and make your
Then-
way.
And wall hack to the river Styx.
Yes, exactly. Make your way back up. Actually, I think you pull the drain in the bathtub, the ferry gets sucked down the drain, and you come back up in Lady Glacia's fountain in the courtyard. I almost forgot something very important. You guys are drained through Mephistopheles' bathtub
finish that
into yes, bathtub into we'll go with a porta potty somewhere within what the fuck is it called again? Malgorge?
Malbolge.
Malvolge.
Malbolge. Goodness gracious, why is that one so hard to say? And then we'll
It's
pull
porta
you over
potties.
here.
It's porta potties for the construction workers building the in progress wing.
Yes, exactly. But is definitely outside of the fortress.
Okay. Well,
I really hope the plumbing wasn't iron. Are you okay, Vuk?
Was the plumbing iron?
it's PVC. You're fine.
Nah. Yeah, we're good.
Vok is no, I'm fine. It wasn't iron, fortunately.
Beautiful. You are back to the nice, warm, squelching hot heat.
Rida immediately removes the heavy winter clothing.
Absolutely. Tyrion's flames burn a little bit brighter. Scorchhorn does happy circles around your feet.
All right. Well, let's get into the castle, find our flesh balloons, and kick a fucking Aaron Yes in the crotch.
Should we possibly get arrested and do that the next day?
Would
might
likely
be
be
smart.
wise to rest before.
You do have your imps tied up in the guest room.
We
Currently.
should also check on the imps.
We should feed the imps
Or not
and get
guest
a
room,
rest.
what's it called? like the mother-in-law,
Yeah.
like little extra outback building.
Alright, let's go check on them and then. I don't know. You think we got time to rest? Should we take care of that bitch before Grazi gets back, or?
Some of us are still tanked from the fact that we
Fought the
slaughtered a
dragon.
giant mechanical dragon and did a
I
bunch
would
of
like-
things to stop.
I
Did
would
a
like
bunch
to
of
have
things
some
to stop
time
from
to
falling
figure
in
out
holes.
what this ring does, as well as have a moment to chase a lead.
There's only a flesh wound. Fine, we can nap.
Beautiful. You all make your way back to Sana's humble abode, the grand palace guest home out behind in the southern part of the courtyard. Sana, you pull out your...
Well, on our walk through, do I get any weird vibes from people around us?
Roll me an insight check.
Like people seem on edge. Insight is that button.
19. Beautiful. Yeah, as you're walking through, you came up in the porta potty of the construction workers. You see them. They recognize you, Sana. They all, give you, a very lumpy wave. And, it's mostly lemures doing the work here, obviously. Lemures and imps. They give you little, lumpy waves and gurgle what you assume to be a hello. A couple imps fly by, tip their little construction hats at you and be like, "What's cracking, Sana?" And everybody seems very normal and fine.
Okay.
You make your way back to your guest home and you take out your keys and you go to put your key in the lock and it doesn't fit.
The balls.
Wrong key.
I don't know. Wait, it's not working. Hold on. I don't think I have any sleight of hand stuff. Oh wait, yes I do. I'm gonna try to pick my own lock.
Beautiful.
Vok is gonna check sort of around nearby windows and see if there's somebody waiting.
Arena, where are you? What are you doing?
Orena would see after the key didn't work. What level is detect magic?
I think it's third level.
First level.
Oh,
It's first level. Dispel magic is third level.
Ah,
As soon as Orena sees that this lock didn't work, she will just non-ritual cast detect magic and see if anything invisible is watching us.
Beautiful.
Scrying sensor entity.
Mhm. So you're staying right up by the door?
Yeah, and Orena would speak the void speech into it.
Gorgeous. Absolutely love that.
And Sana will hold off till Arena's done casting if he knows that she's gonna pop and detect magic.
I'm not ritual casting it, so it's instantaneously.
So as you are reaching to pick the lock, Orena, you notice that there is an arcane trap, similar to Glyph of Warding, set to set off a 7th level fireball should someone try to pick this lock.
Asana, stop.
Oh, okay. What's the problem?
7th level fireball on your door is a problem. What else does Orena see?
That's gross.
Go ahead and roll me your void. For putting the void speech in. Your spell attack, I believe, is what we were doing before.
Yep. So it's intelligence plus proficiency plus 2.
Yeah. In Vok, you can or no, you don't get the bonus from your focus.
Okay.
You can do either investigation or perception to look in the windows.
They're the same either way, so we'll do investigation. I don't see shit.
Yeah, all of the curtains happen to be drawn. You go window to window, and they're all like just the backs of curtains. That is all that you can see
One
through
of the
the
windows is
windows.
an
Sonnet-
iron frame, and I briefly burn my hand on it.
Yeah, Sonic keeps his
No.
curtains closed because he doesn't like anybody looking at him when he doesn't have his robes.
I rolled a 24, by the way, for the void speech spell attack.
Yes. So with a 24, I think. So there is nothing like out of place aside from this glyph of warding, aside from, you know, the regular ambient magical energy of hell. And you see like a vague signature of Glacia's like innate rule over this realm, essentially. Very normal things like the curtains are enchanted for like to be especially blackout curtains. Some amount of like an abjuration and reinforcement in the materials used to build the fortress. Those kinds of things. The very, very normal ambient magic that you would expect to be here. But with that 24, using your void speech, I will give you the caster who set up this ward was Idrilla, the quote-unquote slightly less ugly or slightly less beautiful of the twin Iraneses. The one that did not sign a contract.
She tried to blow me up?
Yes, it seems that both the twins are problematic.
Let's hope our imps are still alive inside. Don't worry, guys. I got another way. Sana, being small and malleable as he is, I imagine would probably have some way to enter and exit this place that only he would be able to fit in by, say, dislocating all of his arms and legs. So he is going to crawl in through the vents.
Beautiful. You take yourself apart piece by piece. You shove, like, first you take off the hand, shove that in through this little tiny crack. Take off, like, just piece by piece, shove yourself inside, and then put yourself back together.
Yep.
Once you are inside, you see all of the lights are off. The imps are not here, but the bindings have not been left behind. So they are no longer here, but neither are their bindings. Everything is mostly as you left it. It looks like, housekeeper came in, cleaned everything up. So it's basically brand new hotel ready.
Okay, I'll unlock one of my windows and pop that open. Don't touch the door, guys, but coming through here, we can at least look around. It looks like they took our flesh balloons.
Is the window at all enchanted past the blackout curtains?
Oh no, you can easily go in through the window.
Okay.
Try to unlock it when you get inside. And Sana will start peeking around by the bed, looking for, I don't know, anything.
Would any of
Yes.
does Arena know if anyone saw us go in through the window?
Roll me a retroactive perception check.
24.
Probably a couple of the construction workers clocked you, maybe gave you a little bit of a weird look, but kind of shrugged, went about their business. They don't get paid enough to care.
Okay.
And they know it's my house, and I walked over there with these people. So
Yes. Sana, as you're taking a peek around the bed area, would you have anything stored under your bed?
Um,
Like a secret
the
stash of things, or
Sana
like maybe
probab-
a underbed storage area.
So Sana probably has a few things under his mattress.
Oh
I
no,
would
I'm sorry. I
imagine.
meant like
Well,
under the
like
frame. But if you
yeah,
have stuff
yeah.
under the mattress, that's fine. That works as well.
Well, yeah, yeah. Like under the bed itself. He would probably have a couple boxes with like spare parts. Like extra hands or fingers. Just stuff that gets
Mhm.
easily damaged that he has to replace every now and then.
New gears and
Um,
whatnot.
Yeah. In the way back, there is a tiny little box that has a very faded painting of a young boy. The face is really hard to make out. And it's very old, very faded. And Sana himself is not sure why but it's there. That's like the only thing that's not trophy and or body part related under.
Mm-hmm. As you are poking around near your bed, you take a peek underneath, and your boxes are gone.
Sana
It's
hisses.
completely squeaky clean. There's not even a dust bunny down there.
They took my parts. Don't you guys want to rest? I'm really trying to let that happen. They took my parts. Sana is like pacing and this is probably Sana's been like fake angry during fights and stuff before when people have hit him or whatever. He is pissed right now.
Vok will start attuning to the ring.
I mean, we may want to rest here and just avoid using the door, because I'm sure that any inn on this level would rat us out if asked.
I need 1 second, guys. I'm so sorry. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
They took all my stuff, they took the imps, and they tried to blow us up. Oh boy.
I'm so sorry. I am back. I forgot to wake up Ambrose for work.
Oh no.
Yes, and he has to be there in 10 minutes.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah. Yes. So what were our thoughts?
Vok is
so-
attuning to the ring.
do we think we have the time to take a full long rest?
Maybe.
Is there anywhere, Sana, that would not that we could rest that would not involve staff that could route us out to the twins?
I mean, like, other than Glacia, like, they're pretty high up here. If they've told people to tell them if we show up, then people are going to tell them. I mean, my own authority is relatively good here, I would assume. People know me. They know who I am and what I mean to Glass.
Are there? I'm assuming that much like Avernus and Kenya and stuff, that they're outskirts of this plane.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I guess the question is do we find an area outside of town to camp, or do we camp here, there where it's already trapped and they've already investigated?
Sorry, what was that? I missed that. We were
Uh,
cutting out a little bit on my side.
I was wondering if we should go and maybe try to rest outside the city and then come back refreshed to handle this betrayal, or should we rest here where they've already investigated and trapped?
I mean,
A couple of the workers did see us.
there's. I mean, it wouldn't be terrible, but there is a minor problem with that. I mean, it's relatively okay here, but outside of Lady Glacia's like little area here, the crushing is pretty rough. Like the name of this place outside of Glacia's little spot is the Crushing Lands. It's probably one of the most inhospitable like areas in hell.
Oh, I had figured Kenya was the most inhospitable.
Surprisingly not. So Malbolge is used as like a prison. Like this is where the devils that are found guilty of breaking laws go for torture.
Oh,
Yeah, this circle is pretty rough. Like we're in a good spot. Like we're in the Garden Delights. Like we've got that kind of stuff around here. Like outside of here is not good.
Vok, you had that spell that seemed to say whether something was a good or bad idea. Do you still have the energy for that?
I could cast it a couple more times.
Perhaps we use that to divine whether or not resting here is a good idea.
Vok will sit down and brew a pot of tea.
Beautiful.
And
As you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Vok will also set out cups for Orena and Sana.
Orena, knowing that D is free, will partake.
Sana chooses not to.
No tea for Tyrion.
If Tyrion is here, Tyrion will get tea.
Oh yes, Tyrion is here. He's just very quiet today.
Okay, then Tyrion gets tea.
Gorgeous. We will find out from him later if he drinks it or not. As
Yeah.
you set out your tea and you drink down to the bottom, you look into your tea leaves and you see the image of a nice cozy cloud, very fluffy and comfortable looking. It would appear to be a wheel.
We should be safe here.
Okay. Well, I say we obviously set up watches.
Indeed. I can watch first. I'm gonna take some time to figure out this ring.
Okay.
Beautiful. And I think that's where we'll go ahead and take our break. And when we return, we will find out more about Vok's new ring, see if we make it through the night safely. And so we will be right back in about 15 or so minutes. Thanks for hanging out, guys, and we will see you soon. our extended break. Many apologies there at our late return, but we have returned to our long rest in after having broken into Sana's guest home. Taking the first watch, we have Vok, who you intend to attune to your special ring, yes?
Yes.
Beautiful. I would love to invite you over to the Whispers channel
Okay.
while we discuss what you find.
Okay. Hello. Oh, I forgot to turn off my background music. There we go.
That's okay. I'm debating if I should mute myself for this. I think I'm gonna mute myself, but not you.
Okay. Well,
So-
I still have you on my stream, so.
Oh, okay, perfect. That works for me. Actually, I do need this information to be available. That is a-okay. Unless, of course, do you record your stream for later use?
I don't record them, but I do have them up on YouTube. So.
That's okay. I can leave myself and just hope that Ambrose is not listening.
Okay.
I am sure that he is not. He's much likely way too busy at work. Okay, beautiful. So, what does this look like as you attune to this nameless ring?
I think when Vok sets out to attune to the ring, the first thing he does is like he rather than sit at like the provided table that's like in Sana's house, Vok will find an open space and conjure his own table through the tea party.
Beautiful.
And it looks very. I imagine the process of attunement looks very similar to when he casts Augury, where he like makes tea, lets it cook, pours the tea, drinks the tea, and then reads the tea leaves at the bottom. Except that in this case, Vok does all of that, but with the ring at the bottom of the teapot.
Gorgeous. I absolutely love that. And I think as you are drinking the tea, I think that's kind of the vessel that imparts the information within it to you. As you attune to this ring, you learn that it holds not one, but two pieces of information, we'll call them. The first, while not a true name, is a kind of true name. It is ownership over the House of Valemere.
Valemere.
Mm-hmm. And the true information, the true name that it holds, is not a person, is not a being of any sort, but a location named Elvish is bad and hard. Aeltherin Valereth. I can copy and paste both of those
Okay.
information to send to
Yes.
you because
Please.
there's a slight amount of additional information in here, but that is a-okay. It basically is just saying the same thing, that it is a location.
Would Vok know these places?
Ooh, I want you to roll me a history check with advantage. Because I came up once we talked about something, something came up and it made my brain spark a little idea.
11. I'll guidance myself. Guidance is 1d4?
Yes.
13.
13. I think that is enough for a tiny piece of information. So I don't think like the general or maybe not general is not the word for this, but the specifics of it elude you. But you do notice it. Thank you, Sana. That's another guidance for you.
Four, so that puts us at 17.
Gorgeous. 17. Okay, with a 17. You speak languages.
Yes.
Elvish. You speak Elvish. Okay. And you are so old. So old High Elven. There is the translation of this true name means the first bloom of the Vaelmir crown. And as you're thinking on that, you're thinking of this name of this place doesn't mean anything to you, but the Vaelmir crown, that does. You have a vague recollection, maybe not like a place that commonly crosses your mind, but you have heard of it in the vast realms that surround Fae. The remaining, or the name that you come up with, or that you associate that with, is a kingdom named Silveraneth Vaelmir, meaning the crown that endures. This is a once great kingdom that in more recent years, where we're using recent in the term of the Fae, so last 1,000-ish years or so, maybe couple thousand, it has had some troubles. They're not particularly as prosperous as they were before. They have some issues. And you know that there's also like a weird thing going on there where sometimes like people will accidentally end up in Fae. Like they're meaning to be traveling through this kingdom and accidentally end up in Fae. And the reason you know this is because your beloved pet human came from here.
Hmm. Interesting. So, so Valemir is not of the Fae; it's of the mortal realms.
Yes.
Is it? Is it like a human kingdom, or is it just like a kingdom?
Oh, so sorry, Elven Kingdom.
Elven
Yes.
kingdom. Okay. And so my pet human was just passing through this elven kingdom when, boop, you're in the Fae.
Mm-hmm. Completely by accident, stumbled across a veil and ended up in Fae. And however you came into possession of this human pet is up to you.
I think it was kind of like uh the human like tried to do what really any human would do, and that is like, okay, I'm in the Fae. The Fae are about the games, they're about the deals, they're about the bargains. That's my way out. And then lost.
I love that.
And so they're kind of just stuck until they can either until either someone else frees them or they manage to bargain or gamble their way out.
I absolutely love that. I'm also thinking Mm, 17 I don't think is quite high enough, but there's more information that I would like to give you. So I want another roll. But what skill check would this be?
What's the nature of the information? Like, is it related to the craftsmanship? Is it related to the Veilmere itself? Is it related to the nature of the hold that this ring has over those places?
I think it is to the information I've given you thus far is Elven lore.
Yes.
I want to give you some Fey lore.
Then
So I think maybe we'll just do another history check, again with advantage, and you can take both guidances as well.
okay. 22 with 2d4. So 27.
Absolutely beautiful.
I think Vok is like, Veilmere, that's interesting. Haven't thought about them in a while. Wait a minute.
There is a connection. The Summer Queen of the Fae, Ithraelis Aravel, she has a couple titles. Keeper of the First Blossom, Sovereign of the Unwithering Hour, she who accepts only gifts freely given. And I think that is kind of what stops you. Keeper of the First Blossom, that's spring. That's spring shit. She's the
Yeah.
queen of the summer court. Why is that one of her titles? And then you're thinking about the connection that that has with the first bloom of Veilmere Crown, the High Elven meaning of this true name contained within the ring.
The first bloom of Veilmere.
And I think you're thinking back on it and oh, I I feel like I remember there being a big party where an elven kingdom gifted the queen uh something of significance. And since you rolled so high, I think you remember the gift was whatever portion of our inheritance first blooms again beneath true sunlight, which was supposed to mean, you know, like a symbolic, something symbolic, not necessarily uh a full giving, but more so like we will essentially throw you a party. We will gift you our gratitude and belief and all of that more normal business. But you know, Faye have a little bit of a
We
more
twist things
literal,
around. Yeah.
yeah, literal twisty Faye law. And I think you recall this party being held in what looked like a big elven palace, but it was in the Fae, and that this place was the gift given to the queen. The birthplace of the crown itself. And then after that, it was, you know, after the party, it was gone. There was like it was lost to the wind. The summer court did whatever they wanted with it. Nobody's like, there's nothing has happened with it since then, and that was a couple thousand years ago, probably. So it kind of fell out of, like, it was big gossip for a while. but nobody's talked about it, mentioned it, thought about it since then.
Just to make sure that I the player am understanding this correctly. The first bloom of Valemere is the physical location where the crown of Valemere, that their nation, their royal lineage was born,
Mm-hmm.
and they held a party for the Summer Queen, and the Fae did what the Fae will always do. And when the party was over, the castle, the palace itself, vanished.
The entire section of the kingdom was gifted to the Fae. Or, well, perhaps if any of the elven descendants or the people who lost this place, if they could remember that this had happened in the first place, they would say that the queen took it because they didn't intend to gift this. But if you ask the Summer Queen,
It was freely given.
it was freely given. You promised it. You said whatever portion of our inheritance first blooms.
Then
This is where your inheritance first bloomed. This is what you've given me. And so she took it from this elven kingdom in like the material plane, pulled it into Fae through this big party where all of the courts were invited. And then people gossiped about it for maybe 100 years after that. But then it kind of, like, the novelty of it wore off and it faded into the background.
And so the ring holds both the ownership of the Valemere house as
Mhm.
well as ownership of the true name of that section of the kingdom.
Exactly, yes.
Huh. How the hell did Mephistopheles get his hands on it? But more than that, did Mephistopheles ever really own it?
A
He must
wonderful
have, for it to have been claimed as spoils by
Mhm.
Sana or by
Or
Tyrion.
Kieran. Mhm.
He must have had what the Fae would regard as ownership in order for that transition to have worked.
Yes.
Because if he had stolen it, then that transition would have never worked. It would still belong to the whoever made the ring and put the name in there.
Or it would
Interesting.
belong to Queen Oravel, who would have commissioned the ring and then put the information in there.
Yeah.
And I think as you're thinking about that, your mind is drawn back to that blank contract that you faxed over to your lady.
Vok?
Signed by the Queen Oravel herself.
Vok's next decision would be very visible to everyone else. Vok is going to cast sending and request a link leaf meeting with the Lady of the Moonless Hunt. Because
Beautiful.
Vok knows that this information, even though this information is older than him and has sort of fallen out of gossip, the situation that he found this information in, as well as the
Was never
blank
part of gossip.
contract,
Hmm.
what the essentially the context by which this information came to him makes the information more important than it would otherwise be.
Absolutely.
And he doesn't know what to do with it. And if he doesn't know what to do with it, he is going to turn to the person who most certainly does know what to do with it, and that would be the Lady of the Moonless Hunt.
Gorgeous. What do you say in your sending?
Vok will say, my lady,
No.
the information within the ring is twofold and more significant than I know what to do with. May I have a meeting?
I think you hear back just a simple, almost impassive, arrive in my meeting chambers upon the morrow at first light.
Very well.
Beautiful. Do you have any other information that you would like to ask about or anything else that you would like to do once attuning to this ring?
Vok is considering arranging a link leaf with a secretary in the Goblin Court, but is not going to do so just yet because it's unlikely that the contract that Vok found regarding the daughter of the Goblin Court's boyfriend is in any way pertinent to the current situation. But it just seems...
You want to roll an insight check on that?
Yeah. And I'm going to guidance myself as well.
Beautiful.
So 18.
Ooh, that's a good one already. You still have Sana's guidance as well.
22.
Oh, not that you need it, but
26.
Jesus.
Vok is a secretary.
Yeah, that is super valid.
Vok, this is literally Vok's job. Making sense of disparate pieces of information is kind of Vok's job.
Okay. And you know your lady better than most people, I would say.
Probably better than many of the actual nobles of the Fae Court.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think you're looking over that contract one more time with Duke. This is to your lady at best fun gossip. Perhaps something to hold over the Goblin King's head, or maybe not even hold over his head, more so
just use against him
could be
in a moment.
Yeah, useful information to manipulate him. Essentially, I have this contract, don't you know? Or that boyfriend you hate so much. You could maybe do something with that. And but you do know, I think, that above all else, this will infuriate the Goblin King. And he has a pretty quick temper and has a pretty... what's the word that we want to call it? Maybe eccentric or perhaps eclectic means of portraying that particular emotion. He's been known to build a labyrinth or two.
Oh. Oh, that doggy boy is fucked. He just doesn't know it yet.
But of the information that you have gotten so far on your mission, this is pretty low grade, I think, for your lady.
Yeah.
Maybe something that would not be missed if you wanted to keep that information as your own bargaining chip over the Goblin King, as opposed to handing it over to your lady.
Vok already sent it to the lady. Remember, Vok cannot steal things. So Vok faxed it and put it back.
I remembered that happening with the Queen. I did not remember that happening with Duke's contract.
That's what Vok would have done
That
with
does make
anything he
sense.
pulled out of there.
Yes.
Vok cannot steal.
That
If-
is valid. I think you could probably photocopy it and not send it if you would like.
Okay.
Because I don't think that you specifically said that you sent that one over, and that was just more
I
unless said otherwise I send stuff over kind of thing.
I think in full transparency, I did say that I sent it.
Ooh, I might not have noticed that. That's okay. But also, I don't know, might be fun to keep it for yourself. I think I'm good either way.
If
Up
you
to
will
you.
allow me to retcon that I sent that and that I just kept it for
Absolutely.
myself, because if Vok deemed it relevant to the mission, absolutely 100% he would have sent it.
Yes.
Because
I don't think you would have deemed it relevant off rip anyway.
okay, then Vok would have essentially just made a copy.
More like, ooh, interesting. This is tingles my fey gossip sensors. I should take a copy of this.
Okay.
And save it for later and then assess further later on.
Okay.
Not take. Take is a naughty word.
Record.
Yes, record, as a secretary does.
Secretary.
I'm just doing my job here, sir.
He takes notes. I should take note of this
Mhm.
and just remember it for later.
Beautiful. Anything else before we head back over to the main chat?
No.
Gorgeous. Then I'll see you back over there.
Okay.
Hello.
On your headphones.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, hey.
Don't
We
forget
have
to turn your
returned.
music back on.
Yes, I am doing now. I almost accidentally shared the DM screen with you, though.
Whoops.
Darn.
Here are your music again.
So yeah, I fully was not sure if DM would allow that guidance to go through, so I just threw it up there.
It went through. Made
I
full
did. I
use
thought
of
it was
that.
cute. I was imagining Sana just sort of like tossing and turning. I'm supposed to be shutting down for the night, but I'm so mad and just kind of fuming over there. And then you see Vok doing his little business, and you're like, brr, brr, and give him like a grumpy
A
grumpy
grumpy
guidance.
guidance. A grumpy
Yeah, just like
guidance.
a full on. Yeah, he's just gonna as he's pacing back and forth, he's just gonna like slap him in the forehead on his way by.
You look like you're concentrating really hard. Maybe one of us should be able to do something.
Grumpy guidance.
Love
I
that.
love that.
Beautiful. And then the final thing that I would like you to do on your watch, unless you had anything else to do during this time, is roll a perception check for me.
Yes.
So
Do
also,
do I
while
still get
Vok
Sana's
is
guidance?
Well, it lasts for a minute, so.
I think since it's going to be a little bit longer than that, I think this one's going to be flat, no guidance.
All right, then I will guidance myself a second time.
And I'm sorry, what were you saying, Arena?
since Arena technically only needs 4 hours of trancing, I don't know what was going on in the Whisper channel, and if it's audible, Arena would not be anywhere nearby to hear it. She might be watching another part of the house, but she is going through and highlighting the key really shitty points inside the sister's contract that would really negatively affect the other sister. So that if they come across the other sister, we can show her the contract about how much her sister fucked her over.
Ooh, beautiful. Love that.
And I'm contemplating, does that pen require attunement?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a d20.
Oh? You're gonna amend the contract, or is this a D20 to decide if you amend the contract?
I'm going to try to amend the contract.
Oh, love it. Score
So
torn.
Oh, not. Well, it's just a D20 check, anyways. It's like
Yes.
it's a flat roll. It's not 5 or lower, so Mephistopheles does not have a chance to know this happened or corrected it.
Gorgeous.
The sister, upon Mephistopheles using information to get Lady Glacia punished, will gain control of the life and servitude of the uglier twin. So I'm going to make it look like
Run that by me one more time so I can take notes. I'm sorry.
I'm basically adding a clause where Mephistopheles will take control of the uglier twin. As in, like, the sister sold her twin to Mephistopheles, not just for the sake of being more pretty than her. After, like, Mephistopheles gets some big reward and payoff from this, like what's happening right now, Mephistopheles will get control of the Erinese who put the ward on the door.
Idira, yes.
Yes. Basically, Idira will be sacrificed to Mephistopheles as an offering of like cooperation.
Gorgeous. Love that.
So and like that'll be pretty early in the contract, and it'll be one of the things that I also highlight in the cliff notes.
Beautiful. Absolutely love that.
Cool.
Ooh, that's gonna nullify the contract though because she was not sacrificed. Do you put a deadline on it?
Well, like at some point of time, like it'll be like an open clause in it, because I don't think this contract was ever like fully fulfilled. It's like an open thing, right?
Yes.
So yeah, like it is like a clause in there. Whether or not it has hit that point yet, if the other twin sees it, it's gonna be there.
It's gonna piss her off, yes. So essentially the contract is ongoing regeneration of Nixus's beauty in exchange for the ongoing transfer of information. So the thing that would quote unquote complete the contract would be either it is voided. It would have to be voided by one party or the other. Either Mephistopheles would have to cease granting this minute extra beauty, because you guys saw them, they look identical. They do, if anything, the thing that you would say is making Nixus quote unquote more attractive, because in the contract it's very vague. The only thing that you could kind of like, the angle that you could see here is Nixus is the more like aloof twin. So she's like a little, she's got like the cool factor to her, where Idira is a little bit more like, cheesy, I suppose. So it's truly just, she is now so aloof and cool and mysterious, and that's like the making her hotter kind of thing, as opposed to any physical trait.
Aha.
And so the ongoing contribution, so it either Mephistopheles could null the contract by not granting this benefit to her any further, or Nixus could void the contract by no longer relaying information to Mephistopheles, and those would quote unquote complete the contract. So I think the clause that you add in there is actually the is like a completion method. So should Nixus sacrifice her twin, she will no longer have to, like, it would not be voiding the contract for her to stop giving information, and she would still continue to get the benefits that Mephistopheles has given her, unless you don't want it to work out that way.
That's a good point. Because I'm trying to
It
think
could
if there's
also
anything.
just be if we're look at it like a magic card where it says if an opponent does this, you may draw a card. This could be like a may clause. If for any reason you so choose, you may sacrifice your twin to my eternal servitude in place of yourself.
Yeah, let's do that.
Beautiful. Love that. Okay, we've got an 18 perception check from Vok on his watch. And I don't think you notice anything terribly out of the ordinary during your portion of this watch. You don't notice anybody, like you don't hear anyone outside kind of snooping around. You take a peek out the window every so often. You don't see anyone other than the construction workers who are eternally laboring. And as Sana said, this is sort of the prison realm, so we call them construction workers, but realistically these are the
Indebted.
yes. But the ones here, like Sana said, this is the cushy part of town. So these are like our white collar criminals is who's working here. If we get to the outskirts, that's where we come across the bad guys. That's the max security prison out there.
Yeah, and then this is specifically for like devils that break contracts and shit like that.
Yes. So if Nixis chose to void the contract by no longer giving information to Mephistopheles, she would likely get sent right the fuck back here, but probably to the outskirts because that is treason against an archdevil.
And her queen.
Mm-hmm. But the people up here are more like, we...
Isn't she already in treason against her queen by providing information to Mephistopheles?
Oh, yes. They just don't know it.
Good. That's information we can use.
Yes, absolutely. And the people here would be more like, a low-ranking devil made a contract with some human and didn't fulfill his end of the bargain, so now he's a little imp boy that's gotta do construction for the rest of eternity. So he's not like dangerous or treasonous or like didn't do anything really bad, just broke devil law and didn't uphold his end of a bargain.
Is there a devil law of snitches get stitches?
Probably not.
Damn.
Devils probably love a plea deal.
The Fae definitely love a plea deal.
So who wants to take next watch?
Yes, who's going next?
I don't think Sana's sleeping anytime soon.
You're gonna take a level of exhaustion in
No, not-
your long rest.
Not that far, but
Oh, gotcha.
he's still angry. He's still pacing.
I cast sleep.
Beautiful.
No, I don't. I'm kidding. I don't have sleep.
I think most of the
this
party
is-
here is immune to magical sleep.
Perception, yes.
Yes. Do you have anything else that you'd like to do on your rest?
Not funny.
Gorgeous. That's so thematic.
No, all of his stuff, like even the little box with the painting is gone.
Yes. You climb all the way up under your bed, search every corner. There is not even a dust bunny down there. And I think as you're going to check for probably the 5th time, you're crawled up under the bed, and you hear a loud crash from the other room.
Oh.
You go investigate.
Absolutely.
You
I mean-
see... Oh, go ahead.
Orena's technically resting, but also conscious of what's going on, so would have heard that.
I think as you go to investigate Sana, you see Scorchhorn is causing a little bit of a ruckus out in the kitchen area. He has knocked over a stack of plates inside one of the cupboards and is looking a little bit sheepish. And then once you see him, he blips, disappears, and then you hear a loud crash in the closet of the bedroom.
If I go peek, I'm assuming it's also still Scorchhorn.
Yes, you see Scorchhorn in there, but more importantly, you see all of your clothes that were hung in the closet previously. All of your robes are gone. It's fully empty. There are empty hangers hung up as if it's set for someone new. And the loud crash was Scorchhorn accidentally trying to land on the bar where you would hang the coat hangers and knocking all of the coat hangers off.
What the shit? They took my blood? They emptied this place.
And once you catch Scorchhorn, he blips out of existence again. You hear a loud bang in the bathroom.
This little goat is gonna give me an aneurysm. I don't even have my own blood. Yeah, he's just following Scorchhorn around at this point.
Hear Sana talking about how his clothes are gone.
I think you are asleep and Sana already generally talks very quietly. So, and the fact that that sounded very under the breath is probably barely a whisper on the wind.
Okay.
Yeah, he is trying to be cognizant of the fact that people are trying to sleep, as angry as he is.
Yes, Scorchhorn is not.
I'm having a thought. I, the player, am having a thought.
Oh yeah?
They cleared this place. They didn't, just take some boxes. They cleared it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that means for some reason they are expecting Sana to no longer be around.
I think that is a very observant point. And Sana, as you go in the bathroom to check on Scorchhorn, you see that he is tangled up in the toilet seat lid. And you find that all of your polishes, and you don't really use soap, I suppose, but polishes and oils that you would usually bathe in have been removed, cleaned out. The tub is scrubbed. There are little bars of hotel soap set out as if this is a new room for perhaps someone else to come stay in. And Scorchhorn is stuck in the toilet seat and has ripped it off its hinges. There's now toilet paper hung up on the toilet paper roll. You also don't need that, so it's never been in here before. And it's nicely folded, has a little freshness guarantee sticker on it. Scorchhorn has a sash, when you go into a fancy hotel where they put the little paper sash on the toilet seat that says this was recently cleaned, is basically what it says. He's got that stuck around him like a sash.
Scorchhorn was recently cleaned.
Drenched in toilet water.
You ignorant little goat. Don't lay down and be not this.
He blips over, falls asleep, curled up in Arena's lap.
Oh, you
still wearing the toilet seat sash. Still dripping wet. But it is slowly evaporating, so he's got a little bit of a mist coming off of him.
Well, Arena is sleeping with a humidifier tonight.
A toilet humidifier.
Good news is that toilet's never been used, so.
But aside from that, you don't hear anybody coming by. Nobody seems to be stopping in or checking in or anything like that. There's still the construction workers outside.
If I check the envelope, did the letter to the notice that I stuffed in there earlier to Vassia finally send?
No.
Still hasn't sent?
Nope.
I think it's Asmodeus' room.
Yeah, well, yeah. I assume that means that she's still not on Malbolge.
Or they destroyed the other side.
Ooh. Arena, can I have you roll me a retroactive perception check? I think this would... no, we'll go with perception.
Getting my character sheet opened. It'd be a 19.
19. Gorgeous. I am going to keep that in mind for when it is your shift.
Okay.
Assuming that Sana says something about the letter still not sending.
Oh, he will.
Beautiful.
Whenever he goes to wake Arena up.
Yes. The remainder of your watch goes uneventfully now that Scorchhorn has settled down and gone to sleep. He got those 3 a.m. zoomies out. And you go to wake up Arena for the last portion of this rest where you can finally power down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First off, I'm gonna do a little. What's your Arena's passive is 15. Okay, hold on. Sana is going to sneak up to the sleepy elf, or attempt to.
Reminder that I am trancing and
Yeah.
fully aware.
Yeah. The 7 doesn't help. Your passive is a 15. You definitely notice. Yeah. Sana is trying to sneak up to basically look at your like your scarification stuff.
Okay. Yeah, because like Arena would not sleep in full robes. She strips down to like underwear, like pajamas.
But yeah, he's not quiet about it at all. He's
Sana's
still
sneaking
too
up. Scorchhorn's little feet flare up with fire and burn you a little bit, alerting you to the situation. And he goes, that was a really bad goat noise.
Like and as Sana is looking, Arena will like open one eye, and she's like, "If you have questions, Sana, you can just ask."
If you die, can I have your flesh?
I don't know if it's been promised to someone else at this point, so I don't know how to answer you.
Just a little bit. Like, what's your favorite part on the scars? Because those are cool.
Given the fact that I need to realize that I apparently have powers I didn't realize under these, I don't know what my favorite is currently now. I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, let me know, because whatever part that is, I want that if you die.
I'll keep that in mind.
Sana, you
Anyway.
notice this, but Arena doesn't. There is a scar on the back of her right shoulder blade that flares up black. Like a black light.
Oh, weird.
Oh, what's weird?
You got like a glowy shoulder tattoo thingy. It's all like purple.
That's odd. Next time I manifest my mind, I'll have to check that out.
Oh,
I'm assuming Arena can't see it herself.
Yeah, if you try, it's like right on the back of your shoulder, where if you turned your head, you could see it, but it looks like by the time you turn to look, it's faded. It was just like a brief flare when Sana asked, "What's your favorite part?"
But letters to Glacia still didn't send, which means she's probably still not in the Malbolge. I'm also kind of concerned because they've emptied this building out. Like, all of my stuff is gone. Like, they didn't expect me to come back from Cania. All of my stuff is gone.
Arena, at that point, I'm gonna give you the information from your retroactive perception check. You kind of think back a little bit. You cast detect magic outside of this place, right next to Sana. The envelope didn't show up.
Oh.
Sana had lots of magical parts flare up on him that you're very used to seeing when you cast detect magic near him. But the envelope wasn't in his pocket. You didn't get that flare that you usually do coming from his pocket.
Wait, this is a normal ass envelope?
I guess it is now that I think about it.
It is the same one, right?
You can roll me an investigation check.
I roll an Arcana to see if I can determine
Oh,
what
yeah, for
magically
sure.
went wrong with it.
Mhm.
Not a great roll, but an 18.
Jesus. A 17 or a 7 on the die gives you an 18 is fucking crazy.
Expertise in Arcana.
A 10 on this investigation check, Sana. Like, it looks the same. It still has Glacia's, like, it looks like the stationery that she has in her office. It's got like the gold filigree on the outside that it usually does. It's the same, like, looks like the same kind of color and stuff. You would pretty confidently say that this, at the very least, is an envelope that came from her desk. If not, is the enchanted one that you got before. Arena, as you're turning it over in your hands with this 18 Arcana, you're looking, and that gold filigree around the outside was the, like, arcane script that enchanted this envelope itself. And you see that it, like, that filigree is still there, but has been disrupted, almost like scratched through. And not in the sense that, like, someone physically took the envelope and, like, drew a line through it. More like whatever was powering the enchantment decided, I don't need to do this anymore, and they stopped giving a portion of the power that was needed to keep this enchanted, and just almost like dropping concentration on a spell.
Or
This
like
wasn't a concentration spell, but like
or
dismissing.
like yeah.
Did they cancel my phone plan?
I don't know what a phone is, but cancel is a good term for this.
I didn't think of it that way, but yes, they canceled your phone plan.
Am I getting kicked out? Is this what it's like to turn 18?
We might have to take this information directly to Nessus then. If that's a thing for the morning.
Yeah, Sana is slowly going from angry to sad now. He's very confused.
Oh, poor Sana.
So, I'm assuming that Sana does their power down state.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Orena will enter her watch.
Do you want to go to the Whispers channel for this as well?
We may
Or
as
is
well,
this
yeah.
public knowledge?
I mean, I don't mind if people, like, because I have to verbally say what I send. So if someone has the opportunity to roll and hear it, like, that is completely, like, in the spirit of the game. And I don't think Orena would care at this point.
Okay, absolutely.
Sana is, while he is, like, shut down, he is still fully conscious and can hear and see.
Yes, essentially has like a surveillance camera to record and watch later.
Yeah.
Would
And-
Vok
and
have
Ren-
woken up by now?
How long do you need? A full 8 hours?
I don't have anything that says otherwise.
So
Okay, then
you need
no,
6
you will not
hours of
do
the you need 6 hours of the 8 hours of sleep to
Okay.
get your rest.
Yes.
Because
So
usually
you
a long
will
rest
not
is like
do
2
both.
hours of 2 hours of light activity and 6 hours of sleep is usually the default method.
Yes.
So, Orena, during her watch, is mulling over all the information that we have learned from our trip to Cania. And her thoughts are constantly pinging back to the contract that she found with Lady Hazrin and Mephistopheles. Like, she pulls it out and looks at it and just starts getting like vehemently angry, disappointed, and sad all at once. It's a flurry of emotions. And like, for a moment, she starts to tear up, thinking back to the times they shared past just their professional study of magic. And then that is gone. And since the I think near the tail ends of the coven of wine dropping and using the sending connection that she has from being in a coven with Vok, she is going to spend her last 3rd level spell slot before the rest replenishes resources and send a message.
To whom?
Dear Arcray Slanthics, Lady Hazrin has a 500-year-old contract with Mephistopheles. Immortality for mentee mortal sacrifices. Theft of university talent and knowledge. And that is the 25 words.
I love that. I absolutely love that. I think the response that you get back is duly noted. This will be dealt with swiftly. Thank you for this information.
Yeah, and I don't know if Arcray recognizes my voice because I did not introduce myself.
I believe that's part of sending. Is if they
is it?
know your voice in real life, they will. In real life, if they know your voice from meeting you in person, face to face, they will recognize you.
The target hears the message in the mind, recognizes you as the sender if it knows you.
Oh yeah, so yeah, that is a definite recognition. So at least Sana hears this. If Vok wants to roll perception to see if they wake up at me like verbally casting a spell, they're welcome to. I am stealing a spell from you. It's up to you.
Oh, actually, yeah, I think I would like a perception check with advantage, because if you are stealing the spell, like I feel like there's got to be like a physical sensation tied to that.
Yeah.
That's a 14.
Ooh, with a 14, what's your passive stealth, Arena?
Like a 12. I only have a +2 to stealth.
Yes, love that. With a 12, I think you, in the middle of your sleep, Vok, you feel someone take something from you. Not enough to grant you any leverage, because you realize this was a gift freely given when you partook in the Hag Coven ritual. But you feel that little bit of taking, just enough to like perk up your ears and overhear this.
There's also the a lot of what could be considered taking or giving within the group is largely nullified by Vok's orders, because a lot of what Vox gives and receives from the group is just things that happen in the line of duty.
Yes.
So even if this rose to that level of taking, it likely still would not incur a debt, because lending a spell
Mhm.
is just something that might naturally happen as Vok fulfills his mission of aiding the party.
Yes, exactly. But there's that just it's like an almost taking.
It's like, oh, this would have done something if it weren't for the prerequisite.
Just enough to pull you out of your sleep for a brief moment.
Yeah, and after Arena sends a spell and gets the response, she does not have a spell slot to follow up, and honestly has no desire to talk to Arcray Slanthex past that, and just mutters under her breath, "See you in hell, bitch," and continues her watch.
I do want to, because I'm not the best with voice work, and in particular tone, just to give a little like surface level insight into that response. You get a lot of that same feeling, the "I have no desire to talk to you," portrayed in the way that she says this. It's just very curt, to the point, like a very like an undertone of "I hope this is not you trying to get back in my good graces," kind of a vibe to it. But like "this will be noted. Thank you."
Yeah.
Very
And
short.
Yeah, and I purposely phrased it as like theft of university talent and knowledge, not to get in her good grace, but to further damn Hazrin in her eyes.
You are plunging a dagger, not begging for scraps.
Yep.
Love that.
And I think when Arcray Slanthex investigates and finds that a member of nobility is no longer in the city, despite whether or not they're a student still, is going to be a whole nother can of worms.
Beautiful. I love this. You want to go ahead and roll me your perception check for this final stretch of rest?
Sure. 22.
Oh, beautiful. A as peaceful as hell can be rest has been had. The end of, I would say, the sun rises, though that does not necessarily happen here. But the day warms to a daytime experience, and everybody starts to slowly wake up, roll out of bed. What does your guys' morning look like? What are we doing today, guys?
You that long rest since no combat occurred.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You guys can all take your long rest.
Vok would likely have commandeered an open space, and is like Vok can just summon a tea party, but Vok will do so and then manually reset the table because he's visiting his lady. Like, this must be done correctly. There can be no hint of slacking or carelessness. It must be meticulous.
I love that. I would love to give you also so a little bit of intent behind my response. It would seem she wants you in Fae.
Oh. Does Vok have a means of transporting back?
I don't believe so.
We, as a party, do have a scroll of plane shift.
Yes.
Then Vok would go to whoever has that scroll. And I'd say, Renna, do you still have that scroll of plane shift?
I do, but for what reason?
the information contained within the ring is far more significant than I initially anticipated, and upon communicating as such to the Lady of the Moonless Hunt, she wishes to speak with me in person in Fae.
Well, given that we now know the Fae, well, obviously not your side of the Fae, but the Fae are in league with the demons trying to take over on that part of the Blood War. Let's talk to Glacia and see if she wants us to go to the Fae as well. We might just be able to make this a one-time trip. Actually, do you want me to try messaging her this morning instead of just going up to the palace and hoping she's there?
Given the tone of things, trying to message her from your perspective might be the best way. Maybe you can bypass some of the protection based on your connection to her. But my main concern about using the scroll of plane shift will be used once you get sent, and I don't think I can just send other people without sending myself. So, and this is kind of a safety net for our operations down here in Hell.
I am aware.
Let's first see if Sana can contact Lady Glacia. And see if we can get maybe some Fae on our side to see if she desires that. Fuck, what if we showed up with you?
The odds of you being hunted will be lessened. Never zero, because it is the hunt, it is the wild hunt, but significantly lessened due to the fact that we are arranged to meet her. Though it is likely that she wishes to speak with me individually. You may be forced to wait outside the room.
It's more so making sure that we are welcome for the sake of understanding the allegiance is still intact. There's been a lot of betrayal at the high level around our mission so far, and I do not mean to call into question your lady, but especially myself being a mortal who is not tied to any of these planes, my desire for self-preservation and ensured trust might be a bit higher than some.
As Arena is speaking, you hear a glass shatter and then a loud thunk in the room adjacent to you, out in the kitchen.
Check it.
If you head out to the kitchen and check, you see Scorchhorn is
God
up
damn.
on the chandelier, and Lore is like thunked flat out on the ground, has been knocked out of the sky by Scorchhorn. And they're sort of like dancing around each other and playing as if they're excited about something.
What are they excited about?
Vok will sort of move opposite Lore and pace around their little dance and read what is on Lore's open page.
Beautiful. Roll me a perception check because he is not holding very still to have read. And Arena, if you want to make an animal handling to try and suss out like what Scorchhorn's vibe is.
I mean, I could guidance, but that will only get me up to a 10 at most.
Can I get advantage if I loosen my tongue and try to talk like a goat?
Oh, I love that. Yes, absolutely.
Can I have advantage because Lore is my familiar?
Absolutely. He can give you the help action.
and then I'll guidance myself. There we go, an 18. Much better.
My animal handling was a 19 as I speak to Scorchhorn and Goat.
Gorgeous. Oh, Arena, I think you get the vibe from Scorchhorn of, like, going to have a sleepover at your cousin's house when you're a little kid. And Vok, the passage, you catch a very brief glimpse of this passage, and what you can read is, "And when the king at last turned his face toward home, the night itself bent closer to watch him pass. For long had he wandered among hearths and borrowed summers, wearing laughter like a borrowed cloak, and warmth like a fragile crown. Yet none of it knew his true name, and none of it remembered the shape of his footsteps once he left. Home was not the place he had departed. Home was the place that had waited."
Interesting. Very interesting.
It would seem that your two little buddies, your two little pets, are very excitedly planning all of the shenanigans that they are going to get into when they go back to Fae and have a sleepover at Lore's house.
Vok is perfectly fine with Scorchhorn coming. Scorchhorn would probably be thrilled at the hunt.
Absolutely.
Like, to be clear what Vok intends when he says hunted by the hunt, he does not mean killed. The hunt is a test, it is a trial, it is like the hunt will attack you with intent to kill, but if you survive the hunt, there's more than one way to bargain with the Fae.
Scorchhorn, I think his whole deal primes him to be a god amongst the hunt, because anytime he would be dealt damage, he can just choose to blip away. Anytime he believes himself to be in danger, just for free, forever, can just go, bloop. No, you didn't. That arrow didn't hit me.
There is a possibility that Scorchhorn will gain a favor of the hunt.
Oh, go ahead.
I think the familiars are excited about the concept of us all going. Sana, what
I
do you
think we
think?
read it as less they're excited to go and they are already packing their bags.
They're already expecting to leave.
Yes, it's like when a little kid is like, can I stay the night at grandma's house, but has already packed their bags and has not asked anybody, but has packed their bags. They have their shoes on, they have their coat on, and they're ready to go.
Yeah, comes to you with a suitcase full of snacks and a pair of Mickey Mouse ears. Like, we're going to Disneyland, right?
Yeah, yes.
Well,
I
would
do have
seem-
a message ready to send to Glacia whenever, if we want to try that.
Oh, gorgeous. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. My lady, we've recovered information from Cania. We have discovered a traitor in your home. Are you home and can we visit?
Beautiful. Did you already burn your 3rd level spell slot to send that?
Not yet.
Okay, gorgeous. Don't do it. You go to send this message. You go to pull from your source of magic within you. And it does not come. The sending spell is entirely foreign to you. But what you do hear in your mind, a very smooth voice quite familiar to you at this point, of Mephistopheles, who says, "Ah, my dear, she has abandoned you, but I'm more than happy to grant you your spells."
Fuck off, cuck lord. I already have a piece of your ass.
Suit yourself.
Some shit.
Sana,
cast
your
the light
credit
cantrip.
cards. Yep. You go to try to cast the light cantrip, nothing happens. Your credit cards have been cut off. You're no longer on the company account.
I don't like this. Guys, this is wrong.
I think we may need to use the scroll after all. It would seem it is no longer safe for us to be here.
It seems our employer and your lady. Oh, this is. The fact that Sana hasn't ceased functioning is good.
I'm
Despite
worried
the.
about that.
But
We could request a trial of the hunt in order to give you something to work with.
I think it'll help.
It might not resolve the situation immediately, but having some well of power to pull from would be better than none, even if it is foreign to you.
Would... I know gifts are a weird thing with the Fae. Would the Wild Hunt accept the piece of Mephistopheles' ass I have as a trophy of a very well done hunt? Because we killed him.
Can I make an insight check to determine how
I,
the...
I would love you to.
I am absolutely guidancing this.
Take a second guidance.
Nope.
Oh no, never
no to
mind.
oh right. That's an 18. That's an 18.
Beautiful. On
Oh,
an
this spell slaps you
18,
in the forehead like he's giving you guidance.
it just hurts. With an 18, the hide of an archdevil, should he be able to prove that he contributed at the very least to this hunt? Yes, most likely. This would be big.
I mean, I set it up and Tyron's the one who killed him, so we just need his testimony, right?
Vok
Yeah.
could vouch for Sana's role in the hunt because Vok cannot lie.
I think that would, based on that 18, that is 100% your best shot at this, because one, they know that you can't lie, and while you can obfuscate the truth, they know those tricks. They're going to be on the lookout for that, and as long as you are being 100% honest, which you can be in this scenario, they will likely just take your word for it. If it was someone like Tyron would probably have to get vetted, like do something.
Tyron would probably have to fight someone.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was
Do
just
something.
gonna say I could cast the spells as one of truth, but no, I can't.
You can't cast any spells right now.
You can cast scrolls.
Oh boy.
okay. Sana, was there any message you received at all when you sent that message?
No, it just didn't happen. I mean, well, I tried to send it, and then Mephistopheles pops in my head, and he's like, "Oh, I can give you your power back. It looks like your lady abandoned you." And I told him to fuck off because he's a cucklord, because he is.
At this comment, Arena's eyes kind of go wide, and she immediately grabs the scroll of plane shift out of her bag, turns to Vok, and says, and like shifts her tongue to Sylvan, and says, "You need to give me a name of a specific location so we can get there."
Hey, but what about our flesh balloons?
Like shift the tongue again. Oh, shift the tongue again. We do not have time to find them.
It would be best if we left as soon as possible. We can always rescue them later.
Mephistopheles now knows you're alive and can scry on you.
He already knew that, didn't he?
He might have thought you were dead until you tried to establish a dead connection to Lady Glacia, which he might have been monitoring. We need to move and see if we can find another source of your power in the Fae, and see if we can find anything that will push favor in Lady Glacia's direction, because we shared similar levels of evidence to this against Mephistopheles, and he's not in prison again. So I don't know if the information we have is enough to sway Asmodeus.
You're probably right.
I mean, the seat of the Wild Hunt's power is likely something that is known to Vok. They likely have a specific name for teleporting in.
Like, what is the name? What is the name of the welcoming and guest-friendly foyer?
I mean, given value for guest-friendly, it's the Wild Hunt. But what would be the name of the, I guess, associate level entry point, as opposed to somebody just wandering in or somebody who seeks them out to gain favor? What would be the point that Vok is supposed to
Where is the
return?
highest point of clearance that you have to bring non-Fae to? Yes, that's what we're looking for.
Essentially, yes. Because obviously Vok can't just bring them into the lady's actual seat of power.
Right. Yes.
That would be a huge breach of decorum. But Vok could... There's probably like a pavilion that is relatively near the ladies' meeting chambers where Vok can bring mortals.
If you know a teleportation circle, you can also describe it to me.
Let's go with Vereth Nekthal, the Nightward Threshold.
Vok will say whatever that was.
Everyone join hands. We're getting out of here before Mephistopheles alerts the twins.
Vok will be sitting on Lore as he holds Sana and Arena's hands.
Well, one of my hands has to be free, but so I'm on the edge. But Arena will break out the scroll, and it was Verena Nekthal. What was the term?
Vereth Nekthal, yes.
Vereth Nekthal. Vereth Nekthal. Arena pulls out the scroll, starts to activate the runes, and tells the spell to take us to Vereth Nekthal.
Vok, Vok, as that goes, Vok will be ready and prepared to cast Counterspell should someone attempt to counterspell this scroll.
Gorgeous.
Counterspell requires line of sight, so that is actually not possible. Oh, if someone's in the room with us, yes.
Yeah. So if someone like bursts into the room and attempts to stop us from leaving, Vok will counterspell their counterspell.
Yeah, the casting time is one action, So
Are
would have to be-
you? They could be peeking in the window, and also line of sight can be had in ways that are less than that personal. There could be someone directly outside looking through some sort of scrying mirror, or could be peeking in through a window.
you're not allowed
Or
to
what
cast
have
counter
you.
spell through scries.
Oh, really?
Yeah, scrying cannot. You cannot cast spells through scrying.
I thought as
the-
long as you were still within range.
Nope. That's why Manifest Mind as a scribe wizard is so powerful, because I can through that sensor. But no,
Oh.
scry as a sensor, you cannot cast spells through.
Ooh, I love that. I had no idea. I thought that you could as long as you were still within the frame of reference, like you can through a regular mirror.
Yeah, no, you can't. A big reason why is that a high level BVEG could just be I cast scry on the party, power word kill
Valid.
somebody.
Valid. Absolutely makes sense. I did not hear any mention of Scorchhorn in this business, though. So are we
I'm-
trying to
I-
abandon our baby?
I am holding on, like Scorchhorn's paw is
In your
slipped into my
pocket?
hand. Like yeah,
Yeah, we still had Taco with us, right?
No, you guys didn't take Taco. You
okay.
you told him to keep watch over the imps to
Oh.
make sure they didn't do any funny business.
Oh, balls, he's probably dead.
Beautiful. As you are setting forth, you speak the words of your scroll with the idea of the Unseelie Court in mind. Everybody gathered and ready. Vok holding that counterspell just in case. The wind begins to whip up around you. It smells like damp, dark caves. There are bits of like crystalline water droplets that sort of swirl and spiral around you. And just as you are leaving this plane of existence for another, you hear the horns outside announcing the arrival of someone very important. But you do not stick around long enough to find out who that was, as you are transported into the Unseelie Court. And that is where we are going to go ahead and end our session. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We will see you again
Thank you.
on Thursday.
It's a double whammy this week.
Oh yeah.
We'll be
Oh.
back here, same bat time, same bat channel, just on Thursday as per usual. Happy time zone, and thanks for hanging out. Oh, I'm so